Hello, I'm here. How is everybody today? Oh, my headphones are charged. So, I've had a busy week and it's only Wednesday. How is everyone today? Thank you for putting pool hopping over my face immediately. If anyone is coming here because they've been following my drama on Twitter, welcome. We like to have a lot of fun around here. You can smack stickers on the screen and throw tomatoes at me if you're on the Twitch side of things. See, perfect aim from myself, too. Yeah, I just watched the new Hell of a Boss short, and I was joking because it takes place in Antarctica. I was like, oh, Lily will finally watch Hell of a Boss now. It is raining today, so I'm a little eepy. And I still haven't gotten a lot of progress on Wolfenite, because like I said, I have been a little busy. I kept getting called into my day job last week. And of course, Lily had to do those copyright strikes while I was at my day job on the weekend. You know, my day job where I literally take care of puppies. Like, could you be any more cartoonishly evil, Lily? The Waifu Handbook Discord now know that we've attacked Lily. I have no idea what that is, but, I'll take any allies, I suppose.
Sabine Brown sent a super chat. Having a bad day. Here goes money to make me laugh.
Okay, that's how you amuse yourself, Sabine? You just give me money? And yeah, so I have a lot of paid artwork to work on later today too. I've been meaning to record a thank you for the 10,000 subscribers, by the way, video. But you know, this whole Lily thing has been taking up a bit of my time. And I've had a lot of IRL stuff going on. Yeah, Sabine, I thought Lily banned you from her Discord, didn't she? You know, to show that she thinks doxing is very, very bad. So why would you still be hanging around here if your queen has rejected you, if that's really what happened? Everybody loves Sabine, though. Sabine can stay around today, especially if you're gonna give me money. Let's see. Sorry, that was just my phone. I was gonna go over, because I know what you're all here for. Because I've been making a lot of noise on Twitter.
Octo Arisai sent a super chat. Vibing here while I play cat theme Stardew Valley to detox from the hour of low Pokemon post-game stream on Twitch I watched earlier. Skull.
Oh no. Yeah, so Lily has been streaming full episodes of Legend of Korra on Twitch lately, but she thinks she can copyright strike me. Because the thing is, let me just bring up my screen here. All of her claims say her content is found in my entire video. So she is saying these entire 3.5, 4.5, 5-hour long live streams are entirely her own copyrighted material. Because I played her videos during them on less than 10% of my screen. So she is claiming that my voice, my performance, my artwork, my stream layout, all the music I play, she is claiming that is hers. That is why these won't work. So now 2 of these have been forwarded. And what that means is Lily now has 10 days to prove she is taking legal action against me. Otherwise, these 2 videos just go right back up. She even briefly unprivated Steven Universe's Ideologically Rotten in order to add it to the strike. Because before this just said contact the claimant to find out what they're actually claiming. This is how stupid the copyright system is. Lily has no claim to copyright over her own videos. They have copyrighted material used in them. So she can't claim copyright of them. She can't claim copyright of my entire videos. Because I play her videos during them, yes, but I pause them, I comment on them, I transform them, and everything else on screen belongs to me. Except for the music, which belongs to neither of us. So yeah, so now she has 10 days to prove she's going to take legal action against me, or these 2 videos just go back up. This one is back into awaiting review, so is the Dunmeshy one. This one got rejected twice, to the point, but I've been making so much noise on Twitter, Team YouTube actually contacted me, asking for the direct link to the video. Let's find that, actually. I have a lot of notifications right now, as you might see. I have a lot of people, backing me right now. So, well, here's me showing proof that Lily has said she hasn't even watched Anthony and I's videos, because she doesn't even know our pronouns, guys. She doesn't even know our pronouns. That's why she can call me an it and call Anthony that thing. Yeah, okay. She says she doesn't engage with our work. She doesn't think about us. She hasn't watched our videos, but she thinks she can copyright claim the entire video, even though she is admitting here she has not watched it. So how do you even know it's your copyrighted material, Lily? If you're saying you don't engage with my content. Let's see. Let me find my reply to Team YouTube real quick. Oh, hang on, the dog is barking. I have to go get her. Sorry about that. The dog was barking out the front room because people were walking by the house, and that is not allowed. So, yeah. Yeah, well, not the big leagues, but I'm trying to find my response to Team YouTube here. I've been posting a lot today. Here we go. Team YouTube said, can you share us the vid URL of the rejected counter notification so we can take a closer look? And this is what I sent them. I said, the entire 5.5-hour live stream, the majority of which is my own material and performance, which Lily Orchard is claiming as entirely her copyright. How is this allowed? How is she allowed to strike me for the ideologically rotten one when she didn't even have it on YouTube? So this means anybody can just claim a video as their copyright.
Sent a super chat. Was planning to start a YouTube channel to just do regular reviews, but if I do end up making one, first vid is gonna be dunking on Lily for this.
Hey, Lily is becoming her own cottage industry. She's just dry-sanding herself into, you know, further widespread knowledge of her, and lots of us have launched our little YouTube channels on making fun of her. I mean, I famously completely did it by accident, but I now have a nice little group of minor YouTubers. We all hang out and dunk on Lily, so that's nice. You know what's funny? I accidentally went to the section that says copyright here when I was dealing with this. And this is how it works if they match your so somebody has re-uploaded my little funny comic dub that I did, where I actually did the voice for this comic before I even drew it. So this I can actually claim this if I wanted to. I don't particularly want to. Got what, 1.5k views? Oh, we made maybe like 50 cents on it probably. So I don't care. But so I really doubt YouTube was showing Lily that my videos were a match for her copyrights. And the other thing is, a lot of people pointed out that most of the videos or pretty much all the ones she, copyright claimed, I'm talking about her fucking incest fetish in quite a bit. And this one, the reacting to Lily Orchard's Lost Steven Universe video, this was the one where she flashed suicide victim Leela Elkhorn on screen to say the colorful gay space rock cartoon bad. She used the death of an actual transgender teenager to try to say Steven Universe is dangerous because she thinks it's about forgiving your problematic family members, which is, it's not even about that. It's about communication, Lily, something you would never possibly understand in your entire fucking life, because you have no concept of mind and you're a fucking narcissist who only cares about other people if they're beneficial to you. I'm completely gloves off now. Like, the clown gloves, the clown nose have fucking come off. You've made me angry now. You've made this personal. And you're, like, fucking with my new source of income. Because it's very obvious. She struck 3 videos the first time because she thought it still works that way. That all you have to do is strike somebody 3 times and boop, their whole channel disappears. Don't work that way no more, Lily. Don't work that way no more, specifically because of people like fucking you, who just misuse the copyright system to silence their critics. So, and then she did a second one on the new week, which gave me a second strike. However, I have completed copyright school, so these will expire in fucking 80 days no matter what. So even if she tries to give me a 3rd strike, I don't think it'll terminate my channel. Because these are pending to expire anyway. These 2, she has to prove she's gonna fucking sue me, or these go back up in like 9 days. And I made it clear in my recent counter notification that Anthony and I are prepared to get a lawyer, and we can hold YouTube liable for not intervening in this flagrant abuse. So now it's their problem. So luckily, Anthony is the GOAT. He's worked around lawyers a lot. He's worked in industries that have a lot to do with law. So he says I can piggyback on him with a joint filing if we need to take it that far. I don't think we're gonna need to take it that far personally. I know Lily is stubborn and stupid, but she has no case. She can't copyright her video. She uses copyrighted material in them. So she's full of shit. And all this did was bring more attention to her. I don't know how she thought I wasn't immediately going to broadcast this all over the fucking internet. She is so locked down right now, she even has her Tumblr asks turned off completely. Not just Anons. She's turned them off completely. So I know she's fucking getting heat, and I'm glad. This is what you do. What was that line from Wani? That Mia line that was like, I may be that bitch, but she's just a bitch. Lily, I'm that bitch. You just didn't realize it because I'm a fucking clown most of the time. Yeah, and this is so hypocritical. She uses other people's footage in her videos. She goes after other people's creative output. She has been broadcasting full episodes of Nickelodeon's Legend of Korra online. That belongs to Viacom, Lily, not you. Yeah, she's been a YouTuber for 8 years. I've been one for 6 months. But I said this early on. This is why I bother Lily in particular, because there's nothing else she can do about me except do this shit. Because I'm not an ex-fan she can slander. I'm not one of her ex-partners. I'm not an ex-fan, you know?
Roxana Nava sent a super chat.
Thank you.
Good luck. 4-leaf clover.
That was fun talking to Courtney on Malcolm's stream. If you guys don't know, I went on Goddammit Malcolm's stream on Monday. And I was already planning to do that. We had already had that plan before Lily did the copyright strike, so before the stream was set to go, I DM'd Malcolm like, oh, we got some tea for girl time! So, that was fun. And originally KP was gonna come on, but KP was feeling a little shooketh, because the Lily trauma is a little fresh for her. So instead, Courtney showed up in chat, and we said, oh, Courtney, if you want to come on by, go ahead. You know, you come in too. And after some microphone problems, Courtney was there. And me and her, we had a good time. We hit it off. We were both smoking weed and talking about nerd shit, 2 things that annoy Malcolm, and just took over his stream. So yeah, it was good. It was fun. And Malcolm got some super chats out of it. Anyway, what else was I gonna show you guys before we start drawing? I guess more of the Twitter. Oh yeah, well there was like. So speaking of, so I have Hip gunning for me. I have Just Stop gunning for me. Aaron Tempest, who did some old videos on Lily, also caught wind of this. So it was fun. Let's see. Oh yeah, this. So apparently, during her core streams, you know, streaming a children's show, Lily brought up this hentai fetish called Riona. And I guess it's a fetish for beating up women and finding that hot. Which, why do you know this term, Lily? Why do you know this very specific term? I had never even fucking heard of this term before now. And I'm an anime fan and have been on the internet for 30 fucking years. So someone in my Discord informed me that she may have picked up this term from Newgrounds in the 2010. There was lots of Flash games which ended with, like, brutal guro lolly torture, and they called it Riona. So, if that is where you picked it up, Lily, I wouldn't be fucking surprised that you're into, like, lolly guro shit. I wouldn't be surprised if you're into hentai shit as much as you say you hate anime. Like, you definitely seem like the type. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, stopped by, on one of the previous streams. I was a little starstruck. I pretended not to be, but I was, if he's listening right now. I've actually followed Just Stop for a while. Hip too, actually. So, yeah. But I have not been quiet about this. A lot of people were adding Moist Critical. I'm not sure it's gonna get his attention, but I mean, June the King is still going to be making his video on Lily, and she's just gonna get even more and more attention on herself. What's the weather for today? It's raining fucking cats and dogs out there. I heard thunder earlier.
Oh geez, Inko, who could have known that a living stereotype of lesbians and trans people was a bleeding cunt?
I disavow. Olivia said that. There's a Twitter user with a Lion King PFP calling you a racist on Twitter. Yeah, I'm not fucking surprised. Apparently I'm racist for calling those two batshit insane articles on Steven Universe batshit insane because black people wrote them. Which is Lily's logic too, like, you can't criticize
Sent a
me!
super chat.
Oh, wait.
Lily trying not sneak fetishes into her stuff challenge. Impossible.
I feel like she does it on purpose, but she's also, like, she also thinks she's way slicker than she is. So she's, like, doing it on purpose, but she's also dumb enough to think people won't notice. You know? But yeah, Lily's whole thing is like, wow, black people wrote these insane articles on Steven Universe, so you can't criticize me making the same arguments. And it's like, look, man, black people are just like anybody else. They have just as much capacity as any other race to be batshit fucking crazy. Your skin color ain't got nothing to do with it. If you're writing crazy bullshit, you're writing crazy bullshit. Like, am I supposed to believe the pyramids are grain silos because that guy said it? What was his name? Ben Carson? Was that who that was? A black person wrote this, and the black person in question is Uncle Ruckus. Man, I'm getting so many signs from the universe that I need to watch Boondocks again. I haven't watched it in a long time, but I keep seeing clips floating around lately. It's like, you know what? Yeah, this show was really fucking funny. Yeah, Lily shipped herself with a Gardevoir. Yeah. Oh, look, I still have more notes coming in. But yeah, so hopefully now that I actually have Team YouTube's ear on fucking Twitter, things will get better. But hey, Lily. I might play a video of yours today. Are you gonna claim this, Lily? Because you'd have to admit you actually made this if you want to claim this,
Reason
Lily.
to believe this video will divide people, piss people off, and very well lose me more than a few fans. And for good reason. So, let's talk about incestuous relationships. When most people think about incest, their first thought is probably somewhere in the vicinity of, that guy. In case you don't know who this man is Joseph Fritzl, a man who kept his daughter locked in the basement for 20 years and repeatedly raped her. The story behind this is both highly disturbing and highly fascinating. If you have a chance, go to Wikipedia and research it. This is the general direction that discussions about incest go. Stories involving rape, coercion, or other forms of abuse from a family member. But that's only tangentially related to what I'm talking about, assuming you read the title. Despite popular belief, there are instances where two adults, or teenagers for that matter, enter into these relationships willingly. It's rare, and I mean very rare. You'd probably have a better chance trying to genetically engineer actual ponies than finding one of these couples. There is currently a debate going on about the legality of these relationships, whether incestuous relationships between consenting adults over the age of consent should be permitted to go about their lives, or if these relationships should be criminalized. It's much like the debate regarding homosexuality, except the arguments against it are actually rational and coming from people who aren't crazy. This is something debated by psychologists and geneticists, not psychotic right-wing talk show hosts. Currently, most MDC nations criminalize it, and the debate about its legality is not very public, usually contained to internet forums and fanfiction circles, and the debate about whether or not it should be legalized between consenting adults is one worth having. Just not today on this.
Petunia Meadows sent a super chat, donating to drive away the evil spirits.
Oh, look, Lily, I just played one of your videos for a long time without commenting at all. Are you gonna claim this, Lily? Because you'd have to admit that you made this video 10 years ago where you defended incestuous relationships. And it gets better, guys. You know how Lily... Let's turn off the Night's music. She doesn't deserve it. You know how Lily tends to get all these asks on Tumblr, on her various blogs about, oh, I need your advice on incest, Lily. I'm coming to you, a nothing YouTuber, to ask you specifically about incest, Lily. You know how she does that? Well, this is her doing the same fucking thing 10 years ago, when she was even less well-known.
Show. Today we're focusing on one particular example, a father who came to me for help regarding his teenage son and daughter, so I will be speaking as if directly to him for the most part, much like my mailbag videos. So to bring everyone up to speed, this father asked for help regarding his children, his son, who is 15, and his daughter, who is 14. He discovered that his son and daughter were sexually involved with one another, and when he confronted them about it, they told him they were in love with each other. He asked me what he should do about it. Honestly, sir, I don't think you can really do anything. Being a parent in this regard does put you into an awkward position because you are too close to them to take any action you could reasonably take. If it is illegal in the place where you live, you could report them to the authorities. But they're teenagers. They won't stay in prison for long, if at all. They'll get out eventually. They'll be back home with you. And each other. And this leads to a problem I will touch on later. Unless you decide to report them, there isn't really much you can do. You could tell them to stop seeing each other, but when has that ever worked for any parent in any sense? Teenagers are bullheaded when it comes to parental restriction. They'll do whatever they want behind your back. And in this case, what they want to do is each other. If they are adamant enough about this to effectively come out to you when confronted, as opposed to denying it, then they probably feel very strongly about this. And I already know what responses many of you are about to type into the comment section below, so I'll just breeze through them. I know that, and you know that. You know who else knows that? They do. I can almost guarantee you that they're not jumping into this blindly. While it is true that teenagers do some stupid, reckless things, this is not something any teenager just jumps into. They likely thought very hard about this and discussed it for quite a while before agreeing to it. And when teenagers actually take the time to think about a decision, they act far less impulsively.
Oh, Lily, were you saying that teenagers can consent there? You're saying teenagers can fully consent to a sexual relationship that is probably not good for them?
You might have a point. That may be the case, but that has not come across in the message that was sent to me in any sense. I cannot color any evidence I am trusted to give based on suspicion without credible evidence. Because it is an anonymous message on a social networking site, I must take it at 100% face value. It could be fake for all I know, but in case it isn't, I have to speak as if it's real.
So this is Lily speaking as if this message she totally got from a father talking about a brother and sister who were the same ages as she and Courtney
Gabe the
were.
GM sent a super chat. Disgusting.
Exactly. So yeah, she's saying, oh, I just got this random message from a father with a son and daughter who are fucking each other, who just happen to be the same ages as me and Courtney.
Genetically engineer actual ponies. Is anyone going to tell Lily horses are real?
I didn't even think about that one, Paige. Thank you. Thank you for breaking the tension. So yeah, so Lily is saying she 10 years ago, when she was a tiny YouTuber, got a message from a father saying, excuse me, ball spawn YouTuber, can you give me advice on what to do about my 15-year-old son fucking my 14-year-old daughter? And this was Lily's advice. And this is the advice she'd give if she thought this situation was real. And it must just be totally coincidental that this brother and sister, this hypothetical brother and sister, are the same ages as Lily and Courtney when Courtney alleges that Lily raped her. Isn't that special?
Angels Art and Gaming sent a super chat. I stabbed and that's the first thing I hear.
I'm so sorry, Angel's Art. I am... Well, Lily made me angry. Let's continue.
Give me a fucking break. Morality is a completely subjective term that differs from society to society and from person to person. There's no such thing as objective and absolute morality. Even murder, the one thing we all agree is a horrible thing, is considered to be alright to do in the most extreme of cases. So I've never bought the idea that anything can be morally right or wrong. All we have are just and unjust. Anything we can justify we consider to be alright, because we're doing the right thing, or because we know best, or because we're fighting for—
Oh, thank you, thank
Wogador
you.
sent a super chat. Why does Lily know so much about teenagers? It is quite weird she is such an expert on that. I would give so many Lolo reasons to explain that.
Yeah, and Lolo was hanging around Lily's content when Lolo was a teenager.
for our country, or because we're acting on behalf of God. The list of justifications we use to explain our actions, no matter how deplorable, is endless and meaningless. The only objective ideas of right and wrong we have in this world are what is legal and illegal. Because in the modern world, our laws, our codes, and ethics we all agree to abide by, and like any code of ethics, we can have them changed to reflect a growing society. And the people who think they are doing honest and moral actions are the most skewed and one-sided human beings I have ever met. I have yet to meet someone who treats morality as subject to exception, though the ironic thing is that we all behave as if it is. It's why rapists try to rationalize that their victim was asking for it, or homophobes try to rationalize that gay people are a natural abomination.
Rapists rationalizing that their victim wanted it, kind of like someone who keeps writing fiction about a sister accepting an incestuous relationship, or keeps reading fiction about brother-sister incestuous relationships, or keeps playing games about brother-sister incestuous relationships. Yeah. Food for thought.
Or misogynists call themselves men's rights activists. Nobody wants to be the villain. Everybody wants to be the victim. Morality is something twisted and
Lily, just because you want to be the victim doesn't mean that's how everybody thinks.
warped throughout the ages. To even consider it would be to base my argument on the bias of my own culture, and I cannot in any way do that. Getting back to the father who asked for my help, you're obviously asking whether you should approve or disapprove. I hate to tell you this, sir, but it's not your place to do either. What you have to do is decide whether or not you could accept this about them. This revelation changes the dynamic of your relationship with your children. You don't have to like it, you don't have to embrace it, but if you cannot accept a part of what makes your children themselves, then a part of you will always be trying to change them, and to force someone to change against their will is one of the fastest ways to drive them away. If you cannot
Telling someone not to fuck their sibling is forcing them to change against their will, guys.
accept their feelings for one another, assuming they're genuine, it'll always be the elephant in the room, and it will eventually drive you all apart. My father ripped apart his family because he
And yes, Lily showed a photo of her real father here.
put his own insecurity and ego above anything else, and while we didn't have nearly the same kind of problem you do, the result remains the same. Trust me when I tell you this, because this is the only thing in this video I am 100% certain of. You do not want to breed resentment in your children. No matter how much what they do may concern you, they need to know that they can count on their parents to be there for them. Because if this ends up exploding in their faces and this shit really hits the fan, they need to have someone to turn to. If they can't
Dad, why didn't you just accept me wanting to fuck Courtney, Dad?
Majin Lifestyle sent a super chat. Let me tell ya. If Lily was in the Olympics, she'd be a gold medalist in mental gymnastics.
count on their own parents to be there when that happens, who the hell are they supposed to turn to? This is like any teenage relationship, except the stakes are much higher and much more volatile. Someone has
A brother and sister fucking each other is like any other teenage relationship, says Lily Orchard 10 years ago.
to be there to hold the net in case it collapses, and as their father, this is exactly what you're supposed to do.
Petunia Meadows sent a super chat. I said drive away the spirits, not invite them in.
Your super chats are too low, Petunia. No, I'm kidding. Thank you very much.
I have one last piece of advice for you before I finish here, and that is to seek advice from someone else. I'm not a parenting expert. I'm 20 years old without any post-secondary education. Everything in this video and all of my videos are based on my own personal opinion. But even if you do seek a second opinion, please do not disregard what I've said here today. I'm Ballspawn. Thank you for watching.
It just... So, this video is included in Patch's Google Drive of Lily evidence. This is in the Lily Orchard fan pack. So this is the main drive. Oh wait, no, that's all my shared stuff. Hang on. This is the main drive, the fan pack. There's a bunch of videos from Lily's old ball spawn days. And I haven't watched the rest of these, but I imagine some of them contain very, very much the same crazy-ass opinions. So if you go to the description of KP's video, about why she's not friends with Lily anymore, you can find this entire, folder and document. Just throwing that out there. So Lily, ball's in your court. You gonna claim this video too? Because then you'd have to admit that that incest video is yours. Just saying. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get to drawing. I'm probably only gonna go to 4 o'clock today, so we got like an hour and a half. But we can talk about whatever we want. Ball spawn, I guess, is a term from... It's B-H-A-A-L spawn. It's from, Baldur's Gate. So... I think it's the demon thing that both M-O-N and the player character are, which is what makes them half-siblings in the first place. So,
I sent a super chat. Notice she never said which kid to hold the net for. Like the possibilities of abuse and coercion don't exist at all and a parent should be neutral.
Yeah, right? Exactly. I think earlier on in the video she says something like the cases of consensual incest are like... Hey, oh, that's the first time somebody's used the toilet paper, I think. She said something like the instances of incest are consensual incest are statistically negligible, but then she went on to act like there couldn't be...
Cryohazard sent a super chat. Checkmate.
Checkmate indeed. I mean, Lily can't come out of this situation in any regard looking good. I don't know what she thought was going to happen here. Was getting my real name confirmed to you worth it, Lily? Now even more people have their eyes on you, and I have been informed that June is digging deep into her history.
Lago sent a super chat. Honestly, sir, I don't think you can do anything about your kids doing it, but listen to me, the nobody YouTuber and not a social worker or physiatrist or doctor or literally anyone else.
I don't know how even back then, she thought anyone would buy that. Oh yeah, a parent is coming to me, a nobody fucking YouTuber, hat in hand, to ask for advice about their kids fucking each other. Why would they come to you? You make pony videos. You know, what the fuck are you talking about? Oh yeah, I love viewer attack. That's the, I use viewer attack and stream stickers. Those are the two Twitch extensions I use that let people throw shit at the screen. You can throw different things with bits, but the tomatoes are always free. Now, what video are you showing me, Cosmo Mandy? It's called the Lily Pete problem. Oh, it's a whole fucking... Oh my god, it's a whole fucking playlist. Jesus. Jesus. Oh, some of my videos are in there. Sweet.
Sent a super chat. She is somehow smart enough to know that she can't directly come out with her disgusting kinks, but dumb enough not to shut up about them. I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, in the video 10 years ago, she was pulling the whole, well, I'm a rational, logical intellectual, and I am going to approach this in a logical fashion. Even though what she's saying is just a bunch of bullshit to just justify her own tastes. You know, you had a lot of people do that in the early 2010s.
Angels Art and Gaming sent a super chat. Lily should learn from our Illuminati's situation. Suing and takedowns just make you look worse, not better.
Exactly, and now she has to prove on 2 of the videos that she is actually going to fucking sue me, which she can't. because I'm in a different country and she doesn't own the copyright to her videos, and she doesn't own my fucking stream setup and my artwork and my voice. Because again, she claimed the entire 5.5 hour live stream as her copyright. It's bullshit. It is flagrant abuse. And personally, all I want to happen is for Lily to lose her ability to issue copyright strikes. But this very well could end in her own channel being terminated. It's out of my hands once YouTube starts investigating. Could you imagine the time device was brought back and Steven used it to pull, I've come to bargain on White Diamond? I think that's why they immediately destroyed all the time devices, you know? I don't know. The problem with one of the reasons I ignore early season 1 of Steven Universe a lot is because so many of those gem artifacts were just MacGuffins, and they didn't have the lore completely figured out yet. And it's very, very obvious, and none of that shit ever comes up again, really. You know? Oh yeah, she has another avatar OC after her sister avatars who, I don't know, she keeps changing the story about what happens to them. And I don't care. Oh, certainly Latte Bad. If you want to use any of my screenshots or even clips from my videos, yeah, go ahead. I already told June the King he has an open invitation to use clips from any of my videos, and I also just messaged him on Twitter saying if you want to use any amount of me burning Lily to the ground on Twitter, you go right ahead. So I am definitely very excited about June's video because I like his work. I love his work a lot. I've been subscribed to him for a while, and he only has like 300,000 subscribers. He really deserves more. He does these really good, thorough, documentary-style videos on YouTuber drama, basically. But there, I'm not gonna say he always stays neutral, but he tends to at least pretty much stick to just presenting the facts. It's almost like Geno Samuel's style. A little bit. He's a little more, I'm not gonna say theatrical, and I'm not, it's a little more entertainment focused than Geno's videos are, but they're still about as dry as Geno's videos, you know? If YouTube made an update making haul reactions unmonetizable, would you still react to Lily? Probably. But I doubt that would happen. Besides, I make most of my money from reacting to Lily from super chats. It's not even like she's killing my ad revenue that much. Yeah, it's so funny when people like abandon YouTube, become a Twitchite just so they can throw tomatoes at the screen. Can I show which channel? What about Lion and Lars's hair portal? Oh, well, yeah, I guess Lion was introduced in season 1, wasn't he? But no, but I mean stuff like the shooting star, the fucking the time hourglasses, the fuck was another MacGuffin they were after that never comes up again? Shit like that. It's like, it's just all the early missions in Steven Universe, like all the items they're after sound like something a D&D GM just pulled out of his ass to give them an excuse to be questing, you know? That's what it strikes me as. Yeah, but I'm not even saying that's entirely a bad thing. I'm probably not gonna play a lot of videos today, guys. I kind of want to focus on drawing for once. Yeah, the duplicate wand never really comes up again. That could be fucking useful, but again, it was just a MacGuffin to drive shenanigans in an episode, really. So I think I'm definitely gonna put her arm down and then express with her hair, probably. It's gonna be a braid most of the time, but I want it to like split off into the battle pigtails. So that's what I'm going with now. I like the braid because it does look like the crystals that are formed by the gemstone. I know that, Nova Tinium did a cut of Steven and the Stevens that shows it entirely from just Prime Steven's point of view to prove that it wasn't Prime Steven that died. It's pretty funny. Yes, I was using his as like a universal. Shut up. That's still proper grammar. His or her ass, then. How's that? His, her, or they ass. They ass. Yeah, I know. MacGuffins to drive shenanigans is 75% of Cartoon Network shows, I know. SU, when it started, it did feel a little bit more like an early 2000s show, I think. Which would be like what a lot of the people working on it had been working in before starting Steven Universe. So that makes a lot of sense. But I am very glad that this show kind of changed tone and style a bit, because I probably wouldn't have gotten into it if it didn't. Now it has the power of a breakfast. I still can't do an English accent very well. Yeah, Estelle does have, like, some of the funniest fucking, like, completely deadpan one-liners in this show. The one I showed in my, my little clip of stuff I like was her going, "All comedy is derived by fear." Oh god, could you imagine playing D&D with Lily? She would be the one, like, trying to say, "No, that roll is this a mulligan. I have to be the best." Last time I got to play D&D, our very first fight, we got attacked by a bunch of wolves. I got mauled and taken out immediately.
Sent a super chat. Implement is a prophet about YouTube copyright BS.
Implement? I don't know if I've heard of them. I might have to, go sniff around, their accounts, later. My mom says my laugh sounds like two pieces of styrofoam rubbed together. I don't know if that's good or bad, but I'll take it. I can be very giggly. Don't bully me, I'm autistic. Yeah, Lily, can you give me advice on doing a British accent? Yours is so good. It's so unfair that British people are way better at doing American accents than Americans are at doing British accents. Just part of their oppression of us, you know? Implement made YouTube poops before becoming a video essayist. I think that's like the career path of a lot of people on YouTube. Not next week, Petunia, but I think I do eventually want to do a stream going over Poke Madhouse. It probably won't even be on the art stream. I might just dedicate a stream to it. Octo sent me the whole archive of Poke Madhouse. Lily now has Poke Madhouse available locked behind a Patreon tier, but it's archived on the internet, so I don't know what she's talking about.
Sabine Brown sent a super chat. When this blows up in your face, it will be pretty.
Sabine, were you or were you not banned from Lily's Discord server? Can you answer that question? Everybody cheer for Sabine. Sabine needs to tell us, were you banned from Lily's server? Because if your queen banned you, why are you still simping so hard for her? Did you go to her with my docs, you know, like giving her puppy dog eyes and you're gonna get a pat on the head?
Paige Lego sent a super chat. Most early episodes artifacts are either corrupted gems or broken gems powering artifacts. It's like rescuing comrades and defusing mines left behind.
Yeah, that's an interesting idea, Paige. If they had leaned into that a bit more, I think I could tolerate those episodes a little more. But to me, I'm like, they didn't have the lore figured out. It's just something about the way it's structured and written compared to later episodes. I could just kind of tell. So Sabine is saying they got banned from Lily's server, so why are you still like hardcore simping for Lily, Sabine? Why are you giving me more money than you give Lily still? I should make her hand a fist. This is still part Jasper.
J. Marty sent a super chat. Implement did a 3-part series on navigating YouTube copyright and its nonsense. both informative and very funny.
Ooh.
Best video essayist out there, emo.
I think I will go watch that later. Thank you for the information. Actually, if you want to post that in vids and memes in my Discord, I'll definitely watch that later. I'm gonna need some entertainment while I work on thumbnails for Cougar, and I'm actually working on a couple of art things for Anthony as well. But those started before this whole bullshit started, so he knows I've been a little preoccupied with the same fucking legal bullshit Lily is throwing at him. So I am still planning to open commissions sometime this year. I just don't know when, just because I keep getting disrupted when it's supposed to be my art working time. So it's been a little bit of a pain. I really should put more of a bend to her arm here. This is too stiff. You guys can just watch my decision making in real time. I'm just wondering why Sabine, having been forsaken by Lily Orchard, his queen, would just still be like so salty toward me and giving me money and saying this is gonna blow up in my face somehow. I mean, Sabine, have you seen Twitter recently? I think it's blowing up in Lily's face. She's locked down her Tumblr so hard she's not even accepting normal asks. She's not accepting any asks at all. There's no way to contact Lily. Is it maybe Blue Sky? Oh, you know, let's check on Lily on Blue Sky. Let's see what she's up to. Let's see if she's posted anything. Maybe Sabine wants to join the Lilycule. Wow, she hasn't posted on Blue Sky in like 12 days. Not since she put up Antarctica. Maybe we'll play parts of the Antarctica just to annoy her. I didn't even play the entire video of the incest thing, so even so, but if she's gonna try to claim that, you'd have... No, well, yeah, that's it. I won't play any other Lily stuff today. If she's gonna try to claim this stream, she'll have to admit that the incest video is hers. I don't get why some people think I just don't like the Antarctica show because Lily likes it. I fucking watched it. It's badly written, and it's a fucking Moe Blob show. Like, that's just what it is. And in my opinion, I do not like those kinds of shows because the appeal of those kinds of shows are teenage girls being pure and innocent and stupid and just watching how they dry at the crop chop of a hat and how emotionally open they are, but how they don't actually have any real problems. That's why I fucking hate those shows, and they're usually aimed at men. So, and a lot of people who are inexperienced with anime won't realize that. They'll say, oh, but this show stars a bunch of young girls. This must be for young girls, but they're really not. That's the weird part. It's so funny. I'm more actually critical of Japanese culture than Lily is. She's always just like, ow, anime, bad. It creates weebs. Other languages don't really exist. They're all just English and different words. But, like, I'm actually critical of a lot of shit in anime and Japanese culture, even though I like it. Like, it's like I'm still a fucking feminist. I'm not gonna defend misogyny in anime just because I like anime. You know? It's just poorly written and boring, the Antarctica show. Like, the way to get, like, everything in the plot is a contrivance. It's all so contrived just to get 4 teenage girls on a big boat. That's all it is. Aw, sorry you can't hang around, Carousel. Good to see you again, though. Actually, Carousel, if you want to send me a message on Twitter or something, I can invite you to my Discord. I have a nepotism role for people I invite. I've got Courtney, KP, and Britain there, too. I'm collecting them all. They don't hang out as much, though, but they stop by every once in a while. It's just an easy way to get in contact with me if you need to, as well. Not to mention a bunch of people are in the Discord for free anyway, thanks to the gifted sub fairies that come by every once in a while and just drop them on people. Yeah, lots of people are like collaborating with each other because they've like met through my server. Like I've described my server as like I'm just sitting on the porch, you know, in a rocking chair, reading the newspaper, smoking a joint, just keeping half an eye on the kids running around on the lawn, kicking each other in the head. That's my server. I don't intervene in a lot of things. I believe people should be able to discuss their own opposing opinions on things and stuff as long as nobody's being like openly hateful. So we're pretty chill in there. What was Utena aimed towards? I don't know what you mean, Jaden. Oh, what demographic? Well, they did start out as a magical girl show, so the demographic would have been teenage girls, but it went a little off the rails.
Hey Drago sent a super chat. I'm not a fan of slice of life, cute girl anime cause I've seen Azumanga and nothing comes close to its perfection.
I don't like slice of life per se. It really depends. Like a character study. If it's like a character study, yeah, I can go for that. I tend to like fantastical things in media, though. I tend to like shit I can't see in real life. So even if it's a slice of life, it has to have like a supernatural bent to it, like fucking Haibane Renmei or something. Go watch Haibane Renmei, Lily. Go watch Paprika. Go watch like fucking good anime with mature themes. Utena is like, it was supposed to be a magical girl show for teenage girls initially, but it just became Ikuhara's fucking art house film show, basically. Like, that's the weird thing about Utena. It's its own fucking beast in every single possible way, you know? Oh, that's fine, Carousel. I understand. Also, fuck those people that are harassing you. There's people right now telling me like, oh, Sai, there's people on Twitter saying you're racist and transphobic and shit. I'm like, yeah, it's fucking Twitter. Who fucking cares? They're saying I'm racist because I called 2 crazy articles crazy. They're saying I'm transphobic because I rolled my eyes at somebody like saying I'm an it, so that's fine. And it's like, other people aren't really gonna want to call you that though. Sorry. Is Paprika free? I don't know, actually. If you like the music, this is an artist called Dated. He runs a YouTube channel called Ill-Advised Records. Highly recommend. Actually, let's bring up his YouTube channel real quick. I like shouting him out. Oh, Paprika's on Netflix? Well, every once in a while, YouTube will actually put movies up for free. It's pretty interesting. I rewatched The Truman Show a little while ago because it was free. Here we go. Ill-Advised Records. If you like this music, I play a lot of his music because I can get away with it. If you like this music, this guy does some really good shit. And he also, he has a shop where he'll sell artwork. He'll sell his music on VHS tape, not VHS tapes. Well, he sells them on vinyl too, apparently, but he'll sell them on cassette tapes with artwork. So, pretty cool shit. Pretty cool shit. And all the music of his I play, I've bought these albums, so... I think this is another song by him that just came on. Oh no, this is Hawaii. That's not Ill-Advised Records. Oh no! What did I do? Oh right, I was getting rid of that. I drew on the wrong fucking layer. You finished Utena a week ago? Nice. Oh, I'm glad I got you to watch it. Utena is definitely just a very, very interesting piece of art. And I don't even call it like a show a lot of times. I call it art, because it is, you know? But it really is very much its own thing in its own category. It's like I said in the Summerton video, and that cut is coming. It is. I just have to finish
Sent
it.
a super chat. Twitter saying a person is racist for being normal. Yes. Today must be a day ending in Y.
Yeah, basically. I'm like, why do you take anything people fucking say on Twitter seriously? They will call you whatever istphobe over anything, even if it doesn't make any fucking sense. Well, yeah, I did joke before that if anything could be called a fucking post-punk magical girl series, it would be fucking Utena. You know? Jesus. But it is definitely in its own league. But I said that in the Summerton React too, that like, Utena isn't even anime weird. It's its own weird. It's its own really weird. I think I could attach the horns this way if I keep it this little flippy-do that I've been doing. That works. I'm trying to keep geometric shapes in the hair, too. This is supposed to be her final portrait, but I'm still also kind of designing her. Only 63 viewers, totally fell off. Totally fell off. Oh, maybe she'll check it out. It is nice that a lot of people are rediscovering, but I was so sick of the common narrative about Utena on the internet being, oh, it's an uplifting, sapphic show about gay representation, and I'm like, what the fuck show did you watch? And all the time, the people saying that are people who have only seen it in, like, animated GIFs and shit, you know? Like, they're just assuming they know what it's about. And, you know, back in the day, back in the early 2000s when it was popular, there were plenty of straight women who were fans of Utena. Saying it's a queer show is so fucking stupid. Utena is definitely an experience. That is for fucking sure. And people like... and the whole, let's see, I was called pro-Putin because I didn't approve of bullying a teenage girl because she was born and lives in Russia. Yeah, it sounds like Twitter. What was I saying about Utena, though? Yeah, but that's another reason I tell people, like, if the ages of the characters in Utena make you uncomfortable, just pretend they're all in college, because then you get people like the ones yelling at me saying, you can't say Akio seduced Utena, because she's 14 and he's like 20 or something? And it's like, but that's what fucking happened in the text of the show, moron. I'm not talking about the actual ethics of a 20-year-old sleeping with a 14-year-old. I'm talking about this highly abstract art piece. You know? And yeah, maybe sometimes men in Japan have problematic ideas about when teenagers can have sex. Maybe that might be part of it, but that doesn't change what's in the fucking text, you know? This is why people need media literacy. Oh, is chat getting horny? They're getting sprayed off. Utena is free to watch on YouTube. I'm pretty sure Nozomi just makes ad revenue off it, which is pretty smart, actually. They make ad revenue off the YouTube watchables, and then they sell you restored Blu-ray discs. So it's actually a pretty smart business model on their part. So, but you can watch it all. I would highly recommend watching Utena subtitled, unless subtitled is like absolute no-go for you. You're just completely dyslexic and half blind or something. But the dub is really bad. So I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna have her eyes go, but that's a problem for future side to figure out. Define horny. Believe it or not, I have watched Primos when it premiered. Well, it was not very good. It wasn't the catastrophe most people were making it out to be. I don't know, my Latina friend and her mom were pretty fucking pissed about Primos. So I was just gonna throw that out there. Where's my sketch of how the hair is supposed to work? Oh, it's down there. pretty sure I made something once that looked like this in Spore. I've heard of Tiger and Bunny. It never really caught my interest, I guess, but I don't know. There's still a few TV shows I need to watch right now. I still gotta watch season 3 of Sweet Tooth. I was actually talking about it to someone at a bar yesterday, and
John Williams sent a super chat. I remember when Twitter was calling some light novel racist because the cover had a girl with a brown latex suit. Only realized it was hentai.
oh no. But, what was I saying? Yeah, I was talking to somebody about TV shows at a bar yesterday, and the bartender overheard me talk about Sweet Tooth, and she told me season 3's the last one!
Paige Lego sent a super chat. If Revolutionary Girl is available on YouTube, does that make it Utena?
oh no! That's why Lily was calling it Utena. She knew all along. I think I want to make the
J. Marty
eyes
sent
smaller.
a super chat. As a Hispanic, Primos is a hate crime against us.
Muchas gracias for confirming that. I don't know, like, all I had to see was the fucking, like, trailer that came out that it pissed off everybody. I was like, wow, this looks kind of racist. You don't want to piss off Latinas and Latinos. You don't. Other countries actually care about their culture, unlike Americans. I've seen the Chanel ice cream sandwich, and no. I've never heard of Magical Girl Lyrical Nanoha, unfortunately. Like, a lot of the anime I like is old, because I'm old. Ah, bueno. Pero... yo hablo español muy poco. muy poco. I'm not conversational at all. How could I be old and like Dungeon Mesh? Well, it's a funny story, actually. Space Frog in my Discord is actually a professor. He teaches about, like, biology concepts in fiction. And he started using Dungeon Meshi as an example because of me, and he said all the students were looking at him weird, like, how does this old guy know about this? Yeah, never use Latinx to a real Latino. They'll probably punch you in the face. Your Spanish speak is like Peggy Hill! Yeah, it's about my level of fluency, but I at least don't pretend to be fluent like Peggy Hill does. Latina is you can use that, but like when I first saw Latinx, like I was like, that is unpronounceable in Spanish. You know, what are you doing? Wait, Maroon 5 had an incident with the country of Chile? Yeah, I've added some Ghosts and Pals music to the playlist because I think they have revenue sharing. Like, YouTube is actually kind of making strides with music. There's a few tracks now that you can just share revenue with, so you can play them on your video, and you just share revenue with the original song maker, which is pretty fucking cool. I'm hoping this eventually becomes that YouTube just lets you license music, because that would be great. I would gladly pay for a license just to be able to play any music I fucking want, you know? If there's a Latinx, where's the Latin Y? And I don't think I'm gonna do any bluesy Stella today. I'm just gonna be drawing. My Spanish is very Spanish. I know, I'm American, so I learned Mexican style Spanish, okay? So... Well, I'm pretty sure the Latina woman who made it is a gringa. So, you know, saying. Maybe I won't have her hand on her hip. I'm starting to think maybe you should just... The pose is a little boring. The person who coined Latinx only understand of language is that something ends in an A, it tends to be the feminine version. Is that why it's an X? They're just crossing out the female version of things? Doesn't that seem a little misogynistic? Like, we can't have a female version of this word. Gringa isn't she's Latina but born in America? Yes, that kind of gringa. I don't know if there's another word for that. I thought we were all just lumped into the same as not from Lat-Am. It's like the don't talk about Bruno parody.
JMRT sent a super chat, said many times but true, DBZ is better Latin rap.
Yes. Latin America loves Dragon Ball Z even more than Japan does. But Olympia, Latinx is correct gender-neutral term for that dated language. Everyone's making me do Wani voices again today.
Cocker Human Abelover sent a super chat, job trouble. Can't blame Lily but it's Lily's fault.
You can blame Lily for anything you want. At this point, like the weather's bad today, it's Lily's fault. A bird pooped on your car, it's Lily's fault. I once saw someone imply that the word female was sexist because it ended in male. Look, we need words to, like, refer to things. Alright? Oh, you mean like have her arm go across to hold the other arm? I don't know. I wanted to be a little bit more of a dynamic pose. I'm gonna change both arms. I saved the previous sketch on another layer, so... I have a very heavy hand when I sketch, as you can see. I gotta carve out my outlines. Flexing would be a good idea, actually. Why didn't I fucking think of that? You're right. Let me shrink her a little bit, though, so I have space. I tend to work on a very big, canvas, as you can see. My whole workflow is a little chaotic, but it works for me. Move you over here. Oh shit, that was the background. Okay, those are my references. Pose her like the Distortionist cover? Nah, I don't think I want to do that. Most of the other ones have been standing poses, so I'm gonna keep on that trend. Thank you for joining the Side Squad, Lazarus. Toby Fox's newsletter. I didn't know Toby Fox had a newsletter.
Alex sent a super chat. I'm sorry this is happening to both you and Ant.
Thank you. Actually, though, her also striking Ant has been a boon for me, because Ant is more than prepared to lawyer up. And he says I can just joint file with him. I wouldn't even have to do anything, really. So, I'm like, cool, thanks, Ant! Because I wouldn't have been able to do that on my own, probably, but... I mean, already, we went over this. 2 of the strikes are going to expire in, like, 9 days. Because, I guess it's less of a flex, but... flexing with her little noodle top arms, too, would be pretty funny. Actually, no, I kinda like the angle I was going there, though. I don't know, maybe I will adjust this more at some point, but... But yeah, Ant's very familiar with like law in relation to media and having to just deal with legal shit at his job. So I have not seen the Death Note musical yet. I'm sorry. It takes me a while to get around to watching things a lot of the time. I apologize. Ant arguing in the courtroom while Sai is chilling behind him with snacks, yeah? Oh, Ant was not going easy on Lily either on his last stream. He was also streaming last night.
J. Marty sent a super chat. Lily's gotta call Canuck Saul.
What would Canuck Saul be? Your Honor, what is copyright really? Can make her smile bigger. They do both tend to have really big, scary smiles sometimes. Maybe Wolf and I should be slightly unhinged. Yeah, I own a car. Why are you surprised? I'm American! Lily doesn't own a car, neither does Sabine, actually. The farm saw my story about Sabine trying to convince us a very unimpressive car was his, and then had to admit it wasn't, was pretty funny. I see you read it's actually not that bad. This is Switcheroo Spinel for this fusion. Well, all my fusion designs have been for Switcheroo Spinel, so... And of course I shipped Jasper and Spinel, though I was joking before. I'm like, somebody go tell Lily that I shipped Jasper and Spinel, but I also drew an 18-page comic of them beating the shit out of each other. That's right, I do enemies to lovers, Lily. What are you gonna do about it, Lily? I don't need a car. I have a car. Why are you all arguing? Obviously, I can turn into a car because I'm an adult. No, I do have a car. Why is this surprising to all of you? I have a Buick. It's nothing impressive. Does have Bluetooth though. That was very important to me. Well, don't shade every stone individually, Emerald. That's silly. You don't have to. You can give the illusion of that. There's lots of advice on there. You should never have to draw every individual little detail of a background, because it is a background. So you don't want it to distract from the characters, unless it's like an establishing shot or something's really important on the wall that you need the detail. A lot of the times, especially if you're doing comics, you can take shortcuts with backgrounds a lot of the time. Actually, this is better. My favorite Eurobeat songs, I don't know how, some of the electronica I listen to must count as Eurobeats, right? I play a lot of electronica on here because it's all I'm allowed to. I didn't even everything I do starts by accident. I started shipping Jasper and Spinel as kind of a joke, and now it's not a joke. Damn it.
J. Marty sent a super chat. Lovers who are rivals/training partners is peak.
Well, they're not rivals per se. They're definitely on two opposite sides of a fucking war for most of the story, just like in canon SU. I mean, Switcheroo basically follows Steven Universe canon, except for what would be different if Spinel instead of Pearl, basically, is what Switcheroo is. And what's different is she's gonna smooch Jasper, apparently. That's more of my personal self-indulgence, but it's my fanfiction. I can do what I want.
Kaiji sent a super chat. Sai, have you ever seen Kaiji?
Well, I just saw you. You're named Kaiji, right? But no, I don't know what that is. Oh, geez, it took a while to save. I'll probably close my browser. We don't need it anymore. A post went around on Twitter perfectly explaining enemies to lovers. Only one person has ever understood me, and I hate that guy. I mean, that's about the size of it. That's the appeal, isn't it? Like, oh, we started out passionately hating each other. Now we want to passionately make out. I mean, it's fiction, Lily. No one is saying that this is how real relationships should start. You know, this is another thing, like, people like Lily to understand the difference between fiction and reality. You know? Yes, I have the power to make Jasper and Spinel smooch, and I have.
Alex the Shiba sent a super chat. What did you think of Lily's weird word app?
Word app? I'm not sure what you're referring to. Yeah, hang on. Let's bring up some Jasper and Spinel's smooching. Well, I have this clown music playing. I have all my Jasper and Spinel stuff in just one folder. That bad. There, look, I make them smooch. Ah, what are you gonna do about it? You gonna fight me? You wanna fight about it? Anyway. No, actually, funny fact, Cosmo, I didn't draw the Kitchen Glove comic. That was all Celestial Alipicorn. She started giggling one night, going, oh my god, Sai, I have such a stupid idea for Switcheroo. Sai, I have such a stupid idea. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, hey, I'm not telling you what I'm doing, but it's so dumb, Sai, it's so dumb. And I was like, Celeste, I'm getting scared. What are you doing, Celeste? And then she drops that comic on me where it's just Spinel is washing the dishes with kitchen gloves on and then takes them off to reveal her glove hands underneath. And a lot of people love that one, but I didn't draw it. I didn't even come up with it. I have to give Celeste props for that one. That was all her. I just added it to the collection. That's how me and Celeste met. She was a fan of Switcheroo, and she just like slid into my DMs and started like raining fan art down on me. And now we've met in real life, and we work together, and we're friends. It's so funny. I know one of the Crudiverse said, like, oh, World War II didn't happen in Steven Universe. This sounds like an offhand comment to, like, deflect, like, a stupid question about shit that doesn't matter in the show. It's like asking, why doesn't the government come and investigate Steven or the gems? Why isn't the FBI here? It's like, you're missing the point of the fucking show and the tone of the show, okay? Like... So someone did make a joke recently, like, what if we had an AU where Steven was raised by the DeMayos and hidden from his gem side? And I was like, actually, you could make that work, because, like, imagine, like, Greg's parents actually opened the first letter he sent them, and it said something like, you know, oh, hey, Mom and Dad, guess what? You have a grandson. The mother is, gone, but me and the baby are doing great in my van. Like, CPS would be there the next day. Oh, somebody else named Celeste is here. Hooray! Yeah, my friend Celeste is what I was talking about, but it's a very pertinent name. Oh yeah, how come Lily doesn't get inspected by the FBI? Well, the FBI is American for one thing, but I mean, that doesn't really prevent us from doing shit in other countries. Send the CIA after Lily. That's who really goes and fucks around on foreign soil. Please don't take down my stream, CIA. I am loyal to the American people. The FBI doesn't exist. Well, there was no Cold War because there was no Russia, yeah. I think the implication is that big meteorite strike that happened in Russia actually took out the entire fucking continent. But also, like, it seems like the layout of Earth is a little different and the oceans are a bit higher because of gems fucking around with the planet. And that's just a background detail that they never address, they never bring up, they never point it out directly. It's just this weird little thing running in the background, and I kind of love stuff like that, you know? It's not relevant to anything, it's just neat. It's just there to be there. No, there's no Russians, Steven! No, you didn't know that? Hang on! I have to prove this now. Let's see, Steven Universe world map. Because they show the whole map of the world in one episode, and there's like a lot of like little hidden details in it. Hang on a second. Let me get the picture up. Okay, there we go. That's the big version of it. Good, that's what I needed. Yeah. So, this is the map of the world in Steven Universe. All these little red dots are, like, gem stuff. So as you can see, the oceans are higher. America is, like, missing California and much of the East Coast. Florida is an island. That's been a joke, too. Florida Island. Russia is just not there. What is that? What is it called? The Tungsten something meteorite strike? That, like, there's a huge crater in the middle of Russia from it. But look, this might actually be where the galaxy warp is.
Gay Gem sent a super chat. It reminds me of the fake commercials in RoboCop.
Yeah. Tungsuka, thank you. Japan's still there, but it's also more of a series of islands. There's Australia. Yeah, so there is like a gem location in the middle of where Russia should be, so I wonder if this is where the galaxy warp is, because it's like in the middle of the ocean, right? So, but yeah, I've also heard them say Providence Island in Steven Universe, which means my state's also an island. And Steven said there's something like 50, there's like 37 states, I think, in the United States, and they're all not called what they're supposed to be called. It's like how New York is Empire City, and Delmarva is not a state in real life. It's like a not a province, but it's like an area in Maryland. But in Steven Universe, Delmarva is the state they live in. There's the Keystone State, you know? It's like, Wales is gone, no! Wales is Hawaii's probably also underwater. Oh, there's tiny little crumbs of islands here where Hawaii should be. Yeah, and there's also a gem thing in Africa. So, Europe is pretty much the same, though. Yeah, but it's like, they have all these funny little details in the background of Steven Universe. It's like how they have, like, durian juice boxes and, like, tomato soup drinks and stuff. They just have all these weird little details that are never directly commented upon, but they're just there to be, like, little gags, and I love it. I love that sort of shit. I think Iceland might also be gone. Iceland might also be underwater. Ireland, so of course Ireland survived. Blue Diamond must have been their goddess. They all got their accents from her when she was on Earth meddling in Pink Diamond's colony. Obviously. Yes, in indirect, yeah.
Salty Spittoon sent a super chat. I was going through my Insta following and found the old Spinel House account I think you were on. I got flashbang by Johnny Test Spinel.
Listen, I had nothing to do with Johnny Test Spinel, okay? The only time I drew her was when I had her murder us all. But yeah, so in an indirect kiss, the juice box Connie and Steven are drinking is durian juice, and that's just a really funny little detail, because durian juice is disgusting. Oh yeah, now I'm gonna show you guys that shit, huh? So a while ago, when a bunch of other people I knew were also running Spinel AUs, we just did this little side blog called the Spinel House, where we just like did like it was my idea to make it almost like a reality TV show. And the joke was the interior of the house was never consistent. Like, I did the first one where I made it like they're getting interviewed. They're getting interviewed about being on like a reality TV show. And the running gag was the inside of the house makes no sense. The layout like people would try to send us like their fan layouts. I was like, no, the joke is the layout is inconsistent. It never makes any sense. But the control room that the authors are in is always the same. Because like at one point I introduced us, the authors. Here we go. This is what I did. So I introduced us into the story because we're the producers. So there's us. Everybody who worked on the blog up there. That's me, that's Celeste, that's Sketch Matters, that's LB Skrill, and that's Cypher Static. Or Cypher Tastic. I always get her name backwards. So I introduced us in this one because I put Pearl there, and I did these little intro things too. The other Spinel has some Pearl trauma, so she was a little shocked to see her. Hello, I'm here under duress. Oh, bitchy my Pearl is. And then because I was like, okay, I introduced us into the story, but I don't want us to be there anymore. So at one point I did have Johnny Test Spinel kill us. Oh, there's Johnny Test Spinel. Look, Johnny Test Spinel is fucking Emo's fault, okay? It's Emo, alright? The joke was she keeps trying to get into the Spinel house. So we had our own cringe Madhouse-like comic. How's that? How's that for you guys? Where's the one where I kill us all? Fed Dubs did a really funny dub of that, too. Fed Dubs is this Portuguese voice actor online, and she did a bunch of dubs of these comics in Portuguese, and even though I can't understand it, they're absolutely fucking hilarious. Where did I kill us? Because I think I killed us immediately afterward. That was after that, so... Let's see... I know this might be- oh, here it is. Here's where I murdered us all. Someone says, I'm not interested in Johnny Test Spinel, and I was like, you just had to bring Janelle's best, huh, Emo? And Emo says, me? I thought it was Celeste. And Celeste says, how dare you? And then Skrill says, if you didn't, then who did? And Johnny Test Spinel says,
I invited myself to add a little spess to your lives.
And then we all scream and die. And our Spinels don't care. I tried to kill us off, but then we kept reappearing in the story. This is deep, deep side lore. Let me see if I could find, let me see. Is this the one where she... So, I was just talking about Fed Dubs, who I think is actually doing professional work now. I know she did that one. I know she did that one where we all die. Here it is. Yes, it's in Portuguese, but I don't care. It's very funny.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the floozy joke.
Você só tinha a Journal Pass.
I don't care if it's in Portuguese, this is hilarious.
Eu? Não, eu convidei as irmãs. Hã? Como assim? Se não foi você quem convidou.
Eu me convidei para adicionar pouco de dor às suas vidas.
The sound getting muffled, I love it.
Ei, vocês ouviram isso? Provavelmente não é nada.
And the freaking sound effect of the bloody hand going down the window, it cracks me the fuck up. I love it. I love it. We couldn't have asked for a better dub. So yeah, now you all have been exposed to Janelle's best. I hope you're happy. There was the celebration of her creation. Happy birthday, you cursed freak of nature. Here we go. Again, I had nothing to do with this one. I'll show the fusion one. We did do a fusion one. Because we had the fusion of, I think it's Rejuvenated Spinel, and I forgot who the other one was, actually. That was Skrill's. And then I had my Spinel get jealous of it and say, oh, I can make a
really elegant fusion too.
And then they didn't. Instead, she's just chronically depressed. I decided with my Spinel, she just like exaggerates the trait they both have in common. So this one has really low self-esteem. This is Diamond Spinel, which is Celeste, and my Spinel. Oh, called the Spest crew. No! I had nothing to do with Janelle's Spest. I disavow. I swear, I didn't do it. We did consider fusing every Spinel at one point, but it's kind of petered out now. Everybody's kind of moved on to to other stuff except for me. So, though I've been slowly drawing Skrill back into maybe continuing her Spinel AU. So, we said before, like, if we fused all of them, it would just be like a pile of spaghetti. It'd be like some horrible eldritch abomination. For a while, I did want to add, like, a thing to it saying, you know, like, I'm the only one left still doing Spinel stuff. And being like I'm a Highlander who killed all the other ones. But I never got around to it. What if Steven as an adult was voiced by the person who voiced Frank West from Dead Rising 1? Why, though? Why wouldn't it just be Zach Callis and he is himself an adult now? Yeah, it's just a big plate of pink spaghetti would be them all fusing, I think.
Disturbed Renegade sent a super chat. Suffers flashbacks of the whip cracks.
Now see, I never watched Johnny Test. What I was told was that, I think it was Mo and somebody else, it might have been Celeste, it might have been Skrill, I'm not entirely sure. But, Cypher Static was having a bad day. Cypher-tastic was having a bad day, and they cheered her up by making this abominable Johnny Test Spinel, and then Mo just kept adding it to the Spinel house! Yeah, it just looked like this flying spaghetti monster! She will bless us with her noodly appendage. Yeah, maybe if I make the hair kind of still ribbon like this, it can, work out with the whole geometric thing I keep trying to go with here. I think I'm getting there, guys. I think I'm getting there. I'm getting very close. We can finally finish the fucking comic. How many eyeballs? All of them. All of them. Yes, I'm the final one standing, still doing Spinel shit. Celeste moved on to doing, FNAF stuff, actually. Which some of you may have heard of. I think she mostly uploads it on Tumblr. I was maintaining a Tapas for her for a while, but I think we've kind of fallen on the wayside on that one. But yeah, she does Security Malware Breached. So if you've ever read these comics, this is my friend Celeste, who used to do the Diamond Spinel AU. So, and Cougar dubs these, so of course, you know, they are making YouTube revenue on them. So, she's a little more motivated to work on these. But she got really hyper-fixated on Security Breach. So, and the whole point of this comic is that Gregory actually goes around saving and making friends with all the animatronics instead of, you know, busting them apart and stealing their insides to put into Freddy. So if that sounds like something you'd enjoy, go look up Security Malware Breach. So, and Skrill's been doing a lot of work for Cougar and doing a lot of her own, like, development of original stuff behind the scenes. Mo's Mo. Mo's always doing something. You've probably heard of Mo too, actually. Let me just go to her Twitter real quick. Mo's been doing a lot of Hell of a Boss in Has-Been Hotel again. She was really into the Ghost, the Ghost and Molly McGee for a while. She's back to doing, like, Has-Been stuff.
Satanic Panic sent a super chat. Car thing. I use wheelchair and friends call me car.
Well, there you go. You can say you own a car then. So, yeah. Looks like she hasn't been uploading a lot of art. Just mostly tweets. Let's just go to her Insta. So she's doing this AU where Serpentious meets his wife in heaven when he goes there, who he had a kid with, and it was like a loveless marriage. So she's been doing that. You've probably seen a lot of Mo's work. She's very popular. She's the one who was begging me to be a fucking YouTuber forever. Oh yeah, she also did the the Leave It to Heaven AU. Yeah, she did the Leave It to Heaven AU, and fun fact, I'm the one who gave her the name Leave It to Heaven! Instead of Hell of a Boss. So, and I'm also the one who told her to make Luna a cute little cherub, because it would be funny. Yeah, so a lot of you probably know MO. June update on Discord. Oh, I'll check on that after stream. I was gonna wrap up in like 20 minutes anyway. This is gonna be a short one today. I mean, we already burned Lily. We're having fun talking about my friend's art. I'm making a bit of progress on Wolfenite. The pose is still a little too stiff for me. I might redraw it from scratch, but... What do you think of Pink Pearl keeping a diary for Steven and my answer? Oh! That's an idea! And the thing about a diary, too, is like... even and then, Steven could easily misinterpret the diary as like, oh, mom left a special message for me and I have a destiny, you know? Because that's what he was being like about the videotape. He was like way overthinking it. I haven't watched South Park in like, I don't know, a decade. I did watch the Panderverse episode and I thought it was really good. And it did strike me a lot like classic South Park, especially the whole subplot of like nobody knowing how to fix their own shit and repair guys becoming like the richest guys on the planet, you know? So that was like a classic South Park gag there. I like that a lot. Oh yeah, yeah. Lily thinks cherubs are Oedipal, or at least Steven being a cherub in a painting that also contains garnet is Oedipal somehow. Because she just... all puffed up. Yeah, I guess you're right, her chest maybe should be more puffed. I think I have the chest at a bad, like, angle. Here's what I'm gonna do. Just in case I fuck up, I'm gonna duplicate the sketch again, and then work on fixing the angle on the chest. Because I do have the hips at more of a low angle. And I've kind of screwed up the perspective up here. Her Otter Spinel drinking and eating. She would just drink hot sauce, probably. She probably, like, she's not like Pearl. She's not, like, afraid of eating like Pearl is. So she's probably a little more like Amethyst, though probably wouldn't eat as much gross things as Amethyst does. But she'd probably still eat weird things. I'm not gonna lie. Like, really, it should be more like this. Like, the gemstone should probably be a little bit more like up here. Yeah. That's a bit better, actually. Thank you for pointing that out. That way you've been making so much money as a freelance repairman? Like, fucking probably, bro. Like, one of my cousins is, like, he has been into carpentry since he was young. Like, he's really, really good at it. And he's just getting offers from all over town all the time to come build things. It's a good skill to have. It's something that can't be outsourced, you know? Going into a trade is a perfectly good idea, especially if you're good at it and especially if you like it. You know, my cousin came by and rebuilt my back stairs in, like, an afternoon. He's so good. I was reading chat now, so I'm getting quiet. Spinel probably would eat plastic candy, yeah. He'd probably eat rock candy. And then wonder if it's cannibalism. Well, that sounds like a funny picture, too. Spinel and Amethyst eating rock candy. Is this cannibalism? I like trains okay. We did do that joke, Kaiser, one time on one of the Minecraft servers I had in the past. I decided to build a really long railway track and build like an underwater tunnel and just build all these railway tracks between bases, and we were just joking the entire time. And I'm like, I like trains. Of course I like trains. Modest, I like trains. And then of course I learned that minecarts won't travel over chunks that aren't loaded, so my railway system was kind of useless. I don't know if that's changed since then, but I've never tried again. I was so disappointed. And I like to play vanilla survival, so I like mined all that shit myself. I do own a car! Well, I guess technically I don't quite own it yet because I still need to finish paying it off, but... I mean, the reveal is gonna be, like, the next one after this. I'm gonna, like, after I'm done, I know, it's taking me so long because I'm being a perfectionist about fusions, but, after I'm done with the Jaspinel shit, I'm definitely gonna, like, go right into Change Your Mind. So we're gonna do, like, a single pale rose up through Change Your Mind in the Switcheroo AU. I'm actually gonna do a storyline for once. And then after that, I might pivot the series into, like, slice of life stuff about Jasper and Spinel. I'm not sure yet. I might do a few other, like, stuff for the show,
sent
too.
a super chat. You think Lily would find killing stalking romantic?
No, she would performatively insult it probably, but not, like, really care about it. But she'd just be out there on her high horse, you know? I'm starting to think, though, every time Lily bitches about fetishes and something, it's a deflection, because, like we saw earlier, she was calling, like, fucking Cora being tortured with mercury poisoning and having to be in a wheelchair and learn to walk again. She called that Riona, which is a fetish for torturing women. So, like, Lily, if you were getting turned on by a brown woman getting tortured, that's not the show's fault. Just so you know. Steven inherited Pink Pearl's scar. That's an interesting idea, Jaden. Because that could be possible since the scar itself... Like her gemstone wasn't broken, but, like, the memory of the injury was, like, so ingrained in the data of her gemstone it manifested on her. So that could be possible. Yeah, right? So, yeah, and apparently... Lily has used the term Riona before in a video where she was supposed to be apologizing for her commentary on She-Ra. So, why does she know this word? And Wokadora, in my Discord, speculated that during the early 2010s on Newgrounds, there was a lot of flash games about gross Guro lolly torture, and they would call it Riona. So, Woke has speculated that's where Lily picked up the term from. So, yeah. That seems pretty likely, considering she's not an anime fan, and I don't think she would just know hentai terms off the top of her fucking head. Unless she's just into hentai, but says she hates anime, which I also would not be fucking surprised. So, yeah. I think I'll make her happier and smiling. Maybe give her, give her Spinel's buck teeth, why not? Or tooth gap, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, the idea of Steven actually being raised by the DeMeos would be interesting, and I've said before, if I say anything on this stream that sounds like a good Steven Universe AU idea and you want to write it, go fucking ahead. You don't need my permission. Go roll with that idea. Put your own spin on it, you know? Go hog wild. Create things. Just make shit, as Takahata 101 says. Just make shit. He was talking about Monty Ohm telling him that Dragon Ball Z Abridged inspired him, and he just, like, that was mind-blowing to him, and he said, guys, just make shit. You never know who's gonna, like, watch it and be inspired by it. Just make shit. You know? I found that pretty inspiring myself. I do admire Takahata 101 a lot. Oh, I don't know. I can't guess what their relationship would be like with Steven if he was, like, Pink Pearl's son. But that's for you to figure out in your AU. Really. The people I give advice to, some people that just go, I want to make an AU too, but I don't know where to start. And I always say that you should have something about the series or a character that you want to explore. If you have that, you'll come up with ideas pretty easily. Like, you ask yourself a what if, and you explore that what if. You know, and ideas will come to you easily. So don't just make an AU to have an AU. Think of what you personally, what aspects of the show and its lore and its story and its characters you personally would like to explore more and maybe come at from a different angle. And then you'll never run out of ideas. You just won't. So... You did a report after Monty after he died, and oh yeah, I didn't know much about Monty Ohm before his death, but it is very incredibly unfortunate to lose such a talent and in such a just pointless way. Where like I believe he died because he was in the hospital for something, and the hospital gave him something he's allergic to, and it just put him in a coma basically, which is just awful. Awful, because you go to a hospital for help, you know, and then something like that happens, and that's never a good time. So I'm very postmodern, yes. I actually fucking hate postmodernism, to tell you the truth. You can probably tell by the way I talk about it in the Summerton video. And like I said before, that cut is coming. I just haven't been able to work on it lately. I've had too much else on my fucking plate. I kept getting called into my day job, you know, so... I've had family shit going on, but that will be the next one out. That was supposed to be the joke. I was trying to get that one out before I reacted to Lily again, so it was like, oh look, I'm not even talking about Lily, but now she's like, fucking copyright struck me. Yeah, it is pretty controversial what direction RWBY went in after Monty died, and it always sucks to see, like, companies, like, as soon as a creator dies, just, like, fucking start ruining their legacy immediately. So, it's like, right after Steven Hillenburg died, Nickelodeon said, oh look, we're gonna do all these SpongeBob spin-offs now, because the only thing stopping us before was he was alive, you know? It's just evil. You know, it's awful. I mean, you can't control your art once it's out there, but goddamn, have some fucking respect, you know? My friend Shark, who also does a Steven Universe AU, Neo Pink Diamond, which is really good, you should go read it. He got into the RWBY fandom through fanfiction alone. He's never actually seen the show, and like everybody in the fandom is telling him, oh yeah, it's perfectly valid. And now he's like working on an AU for that, never having seen the original. It's just so funny. I mean, I know some people get into fandoms just through fan work and not the original show. It doesn't make any sense to me, but I know that happens. So, like, I've seen people who've been into Dragon Age just because they saw a lot of Hawk and Fenris shipping art, and they read all the fan fiction, but they've never played the games. Yeah, exactly, Hey Saruki. Which is fine, I guess, you know, because like I said, like, you could watch me play Dragon Age Origins and read about the lore and not have to play it yourself, you know, but... At least play one of the games, you know? I love Chekhov's White Diamond, Steven AU. I was following that one before I even started my own AU. And Czech does a lot of interesting stuff, like kind of just tweaking the canon here and there to do interesting things. So that's pretty cool. I tend to be very canon compliant, but I also see the appeal of what Chekhov and Dio do with White Diamond, Steven, and Blue A Universe, where it's more than just a mom swap. They really like tweak the lore and the continuity and do some very interesting things with it. So transformative works sure are interesting. I mean, now that I'm in this realm, I've thought a lot more about how much originality matters and how transformative works can be just as much a part of a piece as the piece itself. You know, it's very, very interesting. Yes, tomorrow you guys can harass me about being addicted to acid flasks. I'll probably go make a bunch tonight just to fuck with you guys. If you don't know, I was playing Dragon Age last night. I've been doing a Dragon Age stream, and the way I usually play Origins, I just throw acid flasks at things that annoy me, and I haven't been able to make any the whole playthrough so far. And everyone kept calling me an addict. So, maybe we'll add an acid flask sticker at some point. But also, the DA fans who have never played the games cannot tell me that I need to tolerate their shit takes when I've played the games when they haven't. Exactly, you gotta at least be cognizant that the people who play the games have experienced it, you know, the way they're intended to be. Maybe they know what the fuck they're talking about. It's like the people who keep coming at me over Utena, and I'm like, I've actually fucking seen this show and been a fan of it for 28 years. Maybe I know what I'm talking about. The Tomoc was arguing that Sarah and Fenrir should have switched places in the games. I have seen that! Oh my god, like, I forgot about it, but I have seen that. That was an interesting argument. But then I wouldn't be able to make Fenris kiss Hawk. And that would make me sad.
Dio Markov sent a super
Okay, 2 at
chat.
a time.
Hi, Sai. Do you like old JRPGs? There is one called Ardonelico, and is basically a game composer's pet project that has some deep lore and systems.
I've heard
Paige
of it.
Lago sent a super chat. Nickelodeon, how do we respect the creator of our most popular show that has paid for the entire network by itself? Disregard his wishes while the body's still warm.
Yeah. Basically what they did. I've heard of our Tonlico, but I've never played it. When it comes to old JRPGs, I'm pretty mainstream, like Final Fantasy VII, Chrono Trigger, you know, Chrono Cross. I did play Chrono Cross. JRPGs were like the shit in the 90s, but I am not as drawn to Japanese RPGs anymore. I'm more drawn to the Western market now, but I think it's just because JRPGs were better than Western RPGs back then, and now it's kind of the opposite. I'm sorry, but I did try Fire Emblem on the Wii, and it's one of those, like, at least that one was one of those hardcore, like, strategy games, and I'm not very good at those, so I didn't really enjoy it that much, even though it played a lot like Final Fantasy Tactics, and Final Fantasy Tactics is one of my favorite games of all time, but still, I don't play a lot of, like, board-based tactical games like that, so... Oh, don't worry, Ira. I have a business mailing address now, which means I can also use that for professional inquiries, and I could use it for fan mail if I wanted to. So I might set that up at some point. So, I mean, at best, Lily got my real name out of all of this. I hope it was worth it, Lily. Because now you're being burned to the fucking ground on Twitter. And it's only gonna get worse for you when June's video comes out, and there's nothing you can do about it. I wanted June's video to blindside her, but now it's like, I want you to know it's coming, Lily. And June is digging deep. He's very thorough in his research. And he's also very fair and just states the facts, but the facts do not favor Lily.
John Williams sent a super chat. The thing is, the creators of SpongeBob had no say if they made a spin-off besides saying he didn't like the idea. Also spent years try before he died.
Yeah, but it still sucks that, like, just the timing of, like, oh, he just died a week ago and now you're announcing all these fucking spin-offs, and it's like, fuck you. You know, just fuck off, Nickelodeon. AU, where Steven actually shatters the diamonds by accident, but literally everything gets worse from there. That could be interesting. That could be very interesting. You get a little bit of that in Blue A Universe, actually, because in that one, the Crystal Gems actually won the war. And it's implied that they have both yellow and white captured or shattered, and Rose Quartz is basically hunting down Nora because she thinks she's Blue Diamond. So you have the Diamond, like, resistance group that is trying to protect Nora. So they're like the rebels, and Jasper and Spinel are part of them, actually. Dio also has a Jasper and Spinel fusion who's a perma-fusion, actually, named Carnelian. So actually, let me just bring that one up on screen real quick till I get you all interested, because you should read it. Actually, I'll bring up the Tumblr too. This is how I'll end the stream today, me just, like, plugging other people again. Let's Blue A Universe. Ooh, character references. Look at those. So it's a Nora with the mom being Blue Diamond, but like everything is different. She's older. Connie and the Fry Boys are like their own little college Scooby gang, and I fucking love it. It's so good. And then these are the Crystal Gems, who are actually kind of the bad guys, sort of. At least in the view of Nora and the others, because she's being fucking hunted down by them. And the Diamond Ascendants, that's the group that protects her. So you got Carnelian, who is Jasper and Spinel fusion. You've got Gold Pearl. You got Freckles Lapis. You got a few original characters. I think that's Eyeball. I forget who these people are. But yeah, the fucking Connie and Fry Boy Scooby gang is like one of my favorite fucking things about this. It's great. So I think this is the recent page. So I think that's a Fire Opal. Yeah. So yeah, and good artwork too. So definitely go check out Blue A Universe. It's awesome. I'm a big fan of that one. Yeah, I don't care if she's officially called Nice Lapis. I still call her Freckles Lapis. I don't think Dio has revealed exactly how Blue and Blue Pearl got to Earth. I think Blue's logic was this is the last place they'd look for me. You know? So, and also it was Pink's planet, you know, so obviously they still think Pink is dead. They don't know Rose is Pink in this one. So, Rose did do something that made Bismuth a little suspicious of her recently in the story. Looking at a power she used when fused with Pearl, so that's interesting. So Bismuth might be onto her shit. Dio, update the damn comic! I want to see what happens! It was me, Dio Zavaldo. I don't quite recall, actually, Jaden. I might have to reread the fucking comic. So the hair pigtails are looking a little bit like the scarf on Zoltanite, which would track though, because those are supposed to be Spinel's arms in there. I'm getting there. I'm probably gonna adjust this a bit, but I am definitely liking the shape of the character way, way better than my first one. I apologize. That was my best Blue impression. I can't do an Irish accent very well. Every time I try to do an Irish accent, it turns into a Scottish accent. I can't help myself. I tried my best. We have established I'm not very good at accents, except for southern accents for some reason.
Sent a super chat. Video series idea, Lily Orchard's interpretation of SU, but it's a comedy voiceover like old YTP stuff / ghost stories dub.
Maybe. I did have an idea for maybe for April Fool's Day next year. I would do a parody video as Lily, but of course I'd be called Petunia Meadows, and just do a video on Kingdom Hearts, getting things wrong about it in ways that would piss off Lily in particular. Like, Sarah is a whiny, lazy, saccharine excuse for a hero who stole the rightful Keyblade ownership from Riku, the true hero. Aqua is just a dumb bimbo. She's just Nomura's self-insert waifu. You know, shit like that. I think that could be fun, right? Lily Orchard abridged! There you go, Lily. What if I just dub over your videos with my impression of you and then react to that? You can't do shit. Okay, we've had fun. I am gonna wrap up. I'm gonna wrap up the stream now, though. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for joining me while I riffed on Lily. I actually have to go work on art for other people now. Did I say Rico? I'm tired. Anyway, I will keep you all updated on my blogs, of course, about the ongoing copyright strike situation and just viciously making fun of Lily. And tomorrow night at 6 p.m. I will be playing Dragon Age again. So if you want to stop by for that, we'll have a good time. See you later.